All right, welcome back. I know it's been a while since we hopped on the podcast
For real, bro.
to get up and to talk. But we do have some more fitness topics we want to kind of talk about.
For sure.
First, I know it's been a while. How have you been with your fitness journey and everything? Like, how's everything been on your side?
Everything's been on the up and up.
I still see you working, like
Yeah.
getting after it, posting
Yeah.
content and everything.
Staying consistent with that. I've locked in on like just getting my eating right. I've been doing the intermittent fasting, so now I've been able to get my body weight down. So
Where you at now?
I started off at 235. Now I'm at like I'm hovering around 210. I want to get down to
good.
yeah. I want to get down to 200, 205, and then I'm just gonna stay floating between 200, 210.
210.
Yeah, because like the health is good, and I'm able to tap back into my athleticism without having my body feel beat up.
Is this the lightest you've been since college or like since high school?
No, since college.
Since college.
Yeah.
So
I was 195 in high school.
what was your playing weight in college?
Playing weight
played a
was
little bit heavier.
215. Yeah, I was like
So I thought
215. I got up to like about 225 at one point. Yeah.
And then out of college, you kind of hovered around what, like 230?
Yeah,
Because you were, I mean, Big Meats was, you
yeah.
were, so 235.
That's
you
tough on the body once you get older.
It
though,
is.
bro.
I think like kind of things we were talking about today, like going for the look. Sometimes
Mhm.
you look muscular,
Yeah.
but at the same time, you feel like you move better. So you're
It's
at 210 right now.
210. 210.
Bro,
I
let me
feel
see,
good.
stand up,
I'm
let me
out
see.
here, bro. Yeah, man. I'm out here. I feel
Yeah,
good.
I definitely
Yeah.
look 210.
Okay.
You definitely look like I can definitely tell.
Yeah,
Last summer, mainly in the face as well too.
Okay. Okay. And
Like the
yeah.
jawline
Mhm.
comes back for a lot of people when they get like
Yeah.
they lose weight.
Mhm.
But
yeah,
go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, man, like whenever it comes to like once you get older, your knees won't your knees will get beat up. Like whenever
Yeah.
you do squats or like I want to play basketball, I want to get back out there. So that's why I was like, man, I need to lose this weight.
Yeah, 210. I think because we're the same age. How old are you? 36.
Yeah, 36.
Yeah, I'm 37. So like, older I get,
Yeah.
that's been my focus. Like, how can I sustain? My playing weight was like 173, 174. I
Okay.
played very light.
And you stayed there? Was there ever a point?
It was hard. So when I played, it was hard for me to keep the weight on. Because
that's a blessing, low key, bro.
Yes, and when I get older, yes,
Yeah.
it's a blessing, and I have to keep the engine going now that I'm older. So what I mean by that is like when I played football, being able to absorb a hit, being able to hit, and you're light, your body gets beat up.
That's a fact.
So like, if I get hit by a 200-pound guy versus you, I'm gonna feel a lot more because I'm carrying less mass. So I tried to go into like camp like around like 185 because I know during the season I'm gonna lose the weight and then lift on the season. But 175 was where I felt like I could move. 173, 175 is where I feel like I can move the best. Right now I'm 180. I hover around like 177 to 183. I want to kind of be at. I know if I'm at 175, I'll be like where I'm able to do the things I want to do a little bit better.
Are you conscious of your weight? Do you like keep track of it?
I'm not like say for example, like if I get 187, I'm not working. There's a couple factors. So I'm at 187. I'm not working out. I'm not getting sleep. Then I'm afraid.
Oh yeah.
But if I'm at 187, I've been working out. I'm lean. I'm eating well. Then I'm like, okay, I'm not too bad. But I am somewhat conscious to say like this is a indicator of where I should be, and that's like 177 is like my sweet spot.
It's crazy how like you said, you're 37, I'm 36. We talk about football like college as if it was just yesterday.
It was yesterday.
Man, we are washed, bro.
It's like nowhere near to where we were at when we played. But that's the correlation, right? It's like right now, if I put some pads on, like I want to know what to do.
Yeah, nah.
How to run or anything like you're saying, like it's true. Like we're washed. Training the way we trained back then, it was a lifestyle. Like it was your life was training. Right now, like it's like training is a focus, but nowhere near the intensity. Like so, I always get reminded of how washed I am when like the young guys coming in train.
Exactly. That's
like,
where you.
All right, man.
And I know, like in my mind, because I used to, like my dad, he used to play soccer back in the day, and he would tell me, like in his mind, he thinks he can still play like how he was when he was
Nah,
a kid.
man.
You know, but like in his mind, even when he's in his 70s right now, he thinks he still got it. Like, and I'm the same way. I know in my mind, like I really do feel like I'm just as quick. I could go just as well. But if I were to actually go out there, I'd probably do okay. But the recovery. It's the recovery that would take time.
I was talking to my brother. My brother was up here this weekend. I was just talking to him, and we were talking about like technique though will get you a long way. So the skill of like if you went and played middle linebacker, you know how to fill a hole, understand what you'll maybe get to a spot faster than a young guy because of
you know the
skill, right? Like the skill of playing middle linebacker.
You know what you're looking for.
The skill of running routes. Like there are things I can use that will help me.
But there are people in the league that are in the late 30s.
You look at Bobby Wagner. Bobby Wagner, sideline to sideline, he ain't. But in between them tackles, he's seen it so much that the skill of playing linebacker gives him an advantage. Where it kind of fails is if he has to guard like a running back or a tight end, and he has to go in coverage because now these linebackers are hybrid now. So that's where Bobby Wagner will fail. Yeah, man. Like so, yeah. I'm good with my conscious weight. 210 looks good on you, man. Like saying 210, moving well, running. Which I wanted to ask, like, you run
every single
like this
day,
is like it's like coding your DNA now.
For real. Like I used to be obsessed with like the working out, but you only like, especially when you don't do any PEDs or anything extra like that, you reach a ceiling. You know what I mean? So like I'm okay with where I am in terms of strength wise. Running now is something that I can focus on and use that same obsession.
Do you feel like you lost strength? You lost strength?
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because
where have you lost strength
in my squats, in my back squats, and also my bench press. And I always say, like, especially when you're on the journey to lose weight and get healthier, you gotta like just let go of your strength. You have to let go of it. Because I was squatting 405 for like 5 sets of 8 when I was like 235. And now I can only do like 5 reps for maybe like 2-3 sets. It's humbling, but it's like my ego is not. I'm not tying it to that.
That's big though. I mean? Like being able to say, you know what,
it's
like
okay, bro. That number, you don't gotta be Superman, yo.
Do you? So we're 36 and 37, right? Do you feel that? Do you see people your age still focus on the number?
Do I see people my age still focusing on the number? Or do you feel like
because a young crowd? I get the young crowd, right? Like the maturity piece of working out, understanding the benefit of like longevity working out isn't there. But people our age, I still see it. People our age focused on like a deadlift, a bench, a squat, lifting heavy numbers, and not focusing on like just body movement. Like, am I able to sprint with my kids? Am I able to, reach up and scratch my back or reach in the cabinet and not have an ache? Am I able to function in everyday life? But when I come in here, like for me, like my numbers, like I'm doing like, I went exponentially down. I went down quite a bit of my numbers. Like I went from my, this is a while ago. I go from like 5 sets of 5 with 225. I really don't lift more with 225.
Yeah, that's a solid weight.
I may Eagle lift or something like that, but it's still like, so now I'm not even squatting as much. I'm doing like 3 sets of 5 of 225.
You do deep squats though, and that's where like once you get to a certain age, once you get up there, it's not about the weight. And I'm sure you know that, but it's not about the weight. It's about the movement, because a lot of people in their late 30s, they say they're old because they can't bend over, they can't bend their knees. It's because they're not using their knees.
They don't use them, And then because I remember when we worked out, 405 was like you were moving it easy.
Yeah, man.
But now like you're like, all right. So you got what point? Like how long ago was that? Was it recent or was it like?
It started once I was around like 220. I started noticing like 405 was tough.
How'd you get into running?
How did I get into running? It was during during COVID. During COVID, I wanted to get my.
So you just hopped on the treadmill and said, "I'm going to run."
It was a journey because I remember when I first started, my conditioning was so bad, and when I first started, I would run for like 5-10 minutes, and once I got to the 10-minute mark, I would start getting overwhelmed, and I would stop. And then it got to the point, and I started just staying consistent, and I started getting up to 20 minutes, which was really tough. I hated running in the beginning, And then I just started noticing.
Why were you doing it? It was just like, was it a self-conscious, or just a consciousness of like, hey, you know what? I see I'm doing this. I guess it's important for me to run, or was it like, hey, like this is going to help me get to where I want. Let me run. Like,
yeah, I mean, I go to the doctors quarterly, and they were saying how my cholesterol and all my health.
Oh, yeah,
I need to lose the weight.
right.
And that was a while ago, you know. And my solution was to just like try to get my body weight down, and I figured that running would help with that.
Right.
And that's why I just got obsessed with running. You know, that's pretty.
Because every time I go on Instagram, I'm like, I'm trying to figure out like what day is it.
Yeah.
It's like Meach running. It's
December run challenge. I'm doing a December run challenge every day.
I'm about to hop on this.
Run. Do it, man. And I'm doing it every month because
my brother's a runner.
He's a
runner. So like, he gets out and run. I do sprints, but I might hop on it.
Okay.
I might hop on.
It's in you though. Like running is like that's what you do.
Yeah. But I might hop on. We said so December. What is it? December 31st?
Yeah. I do it the whole month, but I'm gonna do it again. January run challenge, February.
Yeah, that's the best time to do it during the New Year.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, hey, look, New Year, new me. Right. You know, you hop on a run challenge.
Yeah.
People, I mean, it's a balance. I like the balance though. Like, I just don't want to run. But I also want to make sure that I also, you know, like I still retain strength, muscle mass, bone density, because it is helpful for, you know, in the long run of life. So have people noticed at the gym you like getting leaner, or they know what are they saying?
They're all like, well, are you trying to get right for a show? Like, wow, you're looking bigger, like, you know.
Oh, for a show.
Yeah, but it's like, nah, I'm just trying to get healthy. I'm just doing it for my health. Yeah, a lot of people have noticed. They notice it in my face, like even like everyday life, like the way people are reacting is a lot different.
Is it negative, or is it like
positive?
Positive. Okay.
Yeah, it's all positive. Yeah.
So speaking of that, ready for a show. We talk about like we have this conversation about bodybuilders all the time.
Wow, that was a good transition, bro. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I didn't mean to step on it. Go.
Bodybuilding versus athleticism, right?
Yeah.
Where do you see most people get it wrong?
In terms of bodybuilding versus athleticism,
right? So because go ahead.
People conflate. People think that just because you have a physique, like you look like a certain way, that you're an athlete. You know, the reason why. Okay, so bodybuilding is not. It's not like athleticism, because the reason why you're working out is for the look. It's not for like whenever you work out for football, whenever you work out for basketball, you are lifting weights so you can run, hit the hole better. You can run, for performance. When you're doing bodybuilding, working out, you just, you know, you go to a machine that's like, you know, you're like limited. It's not, you're just trying to build the muscle, right? You know, so you're not really using those muscles to like catch a ball or shoot, you know, get your body right.
Run left
or run, you know.
Where I've like, here's, and this is, people are probably gonna crack me for this. If I want to be a bodybuilder, I can do that right now.
Yeah.
Right. I can be a bodybuilder right now.
Even if you never like were an athlete, anybody
can do it.
Anybody
can do it. The second thing is, if I wanted to actually perform well, it takes time for me to do that. Like if I wanted to sprint, some people can't even sprint right now.
Run right.
Some people get past the age of 25, 26 and can't even sprint.
It's over for them.
Right? They can't. They lose mobility. They can't hang. They can't extend their arm fully for a extended period of time without being tired. So like when I train, and for sports, most sports you train for function. How can I perform well? A lot of the correlation of when you train for sports is training for everyday life, right? To move, how can I function in everyday life? So there's a correlation between most sports and almost all sports and functioning in everyday life, right? So when you go for bodybuilding, your bodybuilding is training specifically for the look, the aesthetic, which doesn't mainly attribute to body function. If I'm exasperating a muscle, I may lose flexibility because I'm working on just the muscle growing, which may hinder the flexion in my arm or the flexion in my leg or my knee. So there's science behind why bodybuilding limits your athleticism.
Of course.
It's like seeing a big linebacker in football or a big running back in football, but they can't run because they're too stiff. You know what I'm saying?
We know. I'm like, we played football, so
We
you
know.
have
We seen
so
him.
you have these people on your team that look like action
Yeah,
figures
like he's a
in the
problem.
weight room.
Like he's a problem.
In the
Like,
weight room, as soon as they hit the field, they
Hey,
are last on the
he
bench.
la-
They are behind the water boy. Like, you know what I mean?
It look big. It look big. Like, yo, like, hey, we can't. Look like, hey, yo, we can't run through the A gap.
You can't run through the
They
A
got
gap.
that mic there. He looks the part. You know what I'm saying? But you run to the hole and you click clack with him and like, okay, it ain't much. A lot of people had like show muscle.
Show muscle.
But if you're able to move, finagle, like you. But that comes from performance. Even so, like bodybuilding doesn't necessarily attribute to true strength.
Not at all.
A lot of it's just fluff muscle. So it's like sucking your lip over and over and over again. It may get big, but it's injured. That's essentially what they're doing. And if you take steroids,
that's a good. Oh yeah.
That's what it is. Hypertrophy. You suck your lip over and over and over again. It may look bigger, but it's not actually stronger. It's actually weaker, as opposed to someone else who's lifting weights every single day
and going out there,
performing, training the right way, function the right way. They're going to get stronger. I think it's also too like people who do that. They get into this mindset of thinking that the best thing since sliced bread.
Yeah, man.
Like it's the mindset, psychological mindset.
It might be the trend or something, right? It might be like the drugs that make them delusional.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, most of the people, like even if you're not like, most of the people are on something, right? They're on who bodybuild, but like if you have to take these things to maintain your muscle mass, or strength year round, like you're on something. Like people act like, oh, these people they are on steroids. And there's no way anybody can, retain a clean look year round for 2-3 years. Like Bradley Martin, he had the same. Remember Bradley Martin, the same look. Like he's on steroids. Of course. Like there's never a down point. We're all gonna drop at some point.
Of course, that's human. That's regular.
It's crazy to me. I just think that people just need to but at the young age, not that I understand, and I don't get it. I understand why they focus on that.
Why they focus on what?
Like oh, I want to get big. Like just get jacked.
Why
and
do
get
you
big.
think so?
Immaturity. They don't understand. They're willing to risk.
I see people in their 40s like that are.
The people in their 40s
and stuff like that.
Because it's what they're capable of doing.
Yeah.
A lot of people like it's like I said. The first thing I said was anybody can be a bodybuilder.
Anybody.
Everybody, it's capable. Like if you're capable of doing something, people are going to do it.
Yeah.
Especially at the age of 40, and it's going. Oh, people tell you look jacked. Be honest with you, I think it's real sus when people are like, hey man, hey man, like you're lifting weights and lifting weights. Other dudes can tell you look jacked.
Yeah, and I feel
that's real sus to me. Like
because it gets to a point where like you're only gonna get compliments from like guys that like wow man, you're jacked. Like that's all you're doing. Because if you're not. Because I can kind of understand when you're a bodybuilder, you're working out to be on a stage, like so you can try to be a pro.
I get it, yeah.
But if you're just working out just to be big, like what are you just working out to get
point.
that gratification from people complimenting you?
Ain't no
point.
chicks
don't like that.
That's what I said. My wife, and you ask all her friends, like if you big and just big and buff for no reason, like a Michelin man, like you look awkward, they don't want it. Like I'm saying, like I just don't. I think that older men think that that's what's designed. Like, if you're 40, 50 years old trying to be a bodybuilder, man, like, I'm not knocking, like,
of course
not knocking what your hustle, but like, if you're doing it because like, hey, that's what moves you, I still think it's off.
I respect it. No, I ain't trying to hate, but I think it's weird. I think it's goofy.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, there's something psychologically wrong going on with, like, if you're focused on solely the look of being like, I don't know, it don't make any sense.
And the only reason why I even talk about it because it doesn't. It's because I get jumbled up with you guys, and I'm not trying to be a bodybuilder.
You doing a show, man?
Yeah, doing a show? Trying to get on stage. Yeah, so like people can look at my like the striations in my butt and say, "Oh, he's a pro. That's a pro right there."
Because bodybuilders, I tell people, I remember I posted this on Facebook a while ago, maybe 10 years. I said, Facebook, bodybuilding is not a sport.
Not at all.
It's a competition. It's a beauty pageant.
You're a pageant. It's pageantry.
What skill do you take in how you look? You don't.
Exactly.
Like it's just how you look. And I think that people, and it frustrates me so much because
they walk around like they're Navy SEALs.
But they put it in the same category as like sports. Like no, there's actual skill related to this. There's actually like, rules related to this. You know what I'm saying? Like, and there's no rules or skill related to it. The lifting and body function, most sports, most sports are designed of how the body functions.
Yeah. Yep.
Bodybuilding is not.
Wow.
It's
Getting deep now.
It's designed to see how's your body look. Are you overgrowing or growing a muscle that doesn't attribute to everyday life? So you saw the video of the person running. What was it Chris Bumstead?
Yeah, Chris Bumstead.
You think he pulled something?
Yeah, he pulled a quad.
I just don't get like
he was running. I wouldn't even say
running.
running.
Maybe 2 miles per hour. I just don't get like. Is it worth the sacrifice?
He's 30 years old, by the way.
That's crazy. He looks 40.
Yeah.
But is it worth the sacrifice of? And some people feel this way, to look a certain way but not able to move.
In his case, I would say, I mean, if money is a big thing for you, in his case, yes.
Hey, look, he's getting the money, right?
He's got the money.
He's getting the money.
Famous, all that. But there are people that are in his predicament that nobody knows about. They go to 9 to 5.
And that's the thing. Like it's
and they're pushing their body.
He's willing to shorten his life or put his life at risk, let's like that, for the money. For me, like, if you really went to bodybuilding, you think you could have, you already had the genetics, right? Well, not genetics, but like you already had a look. Do you think you could have been blown up?
Absolutely.
Right. So I say that as like, maturity is it worth me at the age of 30 continuing to take steroids, continuing to get this money for a certain look?
It's a very selfish sport. No, it's not.
It's definitely selfish.
Because there are things that I want. I want a family. I want to be able to raise kids. I want to be there in older age. I want to be capable. I want to have a good, a healthy body. So,
a lot of people
like, I'm not even like when it comes to bodybuilding and just on that journey, you're only thinking about yourself. You're only trying to make sure that you look right. You look the part. And it's not. I can't live like. I'm not trying to live like that, just focusing on myself too much. No.
Yeah, like the way they lift and the way they operate, it's mainly focused on like short range of movements, little sets, and they don't when you think of bodybuilders and how hard they work, they really don't work hard.
No.
A lot of it is focused on what they're taking.
Yeah, of course.
Like, so you do maybe like a workout, but you're not working as hard, and then what you're taking accelerates with how you look.
Yo, and to each their own, because we are bashing y'all bodybuilders, but it's just backwards. Yeah, it is what it is, man. Yeah, I'll take it back.
But I think the main thing is like, if I want to be a bodybuilder, I could. But I can hop on steroids and I can be a bodybuilder.
Of course.
If I want to go natural, I can still plant but like for me, like personally, I have a wife, I have kids. Like, I'm not willing to focus so much on myself.
Too much.
So much on myself.
Yeah.
I think that goes for generalities. Like some people in the gym, like working out like solely for yourself, like, or just like I say, it's like working out for not life is important. Like I work out and it's a big part of my life, huge part of my life. It allows me to do so many things with my family. But it's an avenue that allows me to do those things, right? Of course, God gives me the ability to work out.
Yeah, you thank God.
But
for
like,
that.
It's an avenue allows me. But if I'm solely working out just for the look and not what I'm able to do, that's when I think maturity comes from. Like, I'm not doing it for myself. I'm solely for myself. I'm doing it for my environment, for my community, for my family. And if that's the focus, I get it. But if you're going to the gym, put a hoodie on, and you're just like work. So not even if it's not bodybuilding, like you're just saying like, oh, I gotta do this only for myself. Like there's communities that you can influence if you use what you're doing for that. And I think that's a big thing too.
Yeah, you can share your passion. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think it's good. Like everybody wants to make sure that they have. You said a goal. Like every man wants to have a purpose. So now I can feel it. I can feel that. But.
I think a lot of people don't.
You just aren't athletes. That's all I'm saying. That's all. Bodybuilders aren't athletes. Stop saying you're physique athletes. Okay. It's okay though.
I don't know where they get that from.
Pageantry.
Yeah, they're definitely not athletes. I'd say that.
Okay.
Not even close. Golfing is more of a sport.
Yeah.
Ping pong, table tennis,
there we go.
bowling. Yeah. There's skill involved in that. What skill do you have to be a bodybuilder? You don't. Like that's all that like. And I'm saying this because like, and I challenge anybody to find any research-based, science-based, practical, case study that shows where the nucleus of bodybuilding attributes to everyday life and functioning, functioning daily. And I will refute that anytime. I will love to refute that. And so the nucleus, the pretty much nucleus, the main focus of bodybuilding, the aesthetic, right? You can't find any kind of article, science-based case study, real life scenario where bodybuilding holistically attributes to everyday life. I can tell you many things that are wrong with it. Now, I'm not talking about meal prep. I'm not talking about eating healthy.
Cool.
I'm not talking about that's health. Those are great things, but
steroids, like the drug taking,
the steroids, the type of training that you're doing,
the external validation,
the validation
that you're looking for.
Yeah, a lot of people don't work out to get fit. They work out for validation.
Yeah.
If you're working out for validation, that's not a sport to me. So you're not an athlete.
And I'm referring to like the judges, like, oh, I gotta make sure that the judge calls me a pro, like that. That's what I'm saying. That's not healthy,
Right.
Health and fitness, it's health and fitness. The reason why they're together is because whenever you want to, part of health is feeling good about yourself and wanting to be better. For yourself, but also give that energy that you've built and spread it around in a positive way. You know what I mean?
Do you see anything else out there? I asked something, but do you see anything else out there in the fitness industry that people like? My biggest gripe is people who train people are on social media, but I'll refrain from that. But who train people on social media, but actually don't ever do a workout. I don't for example, how can I say? I have a problem with if you're a male personal trainer and all your clients are women, that's a problem with me.
That's crazy. Yeah, no, I just actually made a post about that.
I don't get how, I understand some people develop a clientele base, but my DMs are mainly flooded with dudes. Hey, look, what are you doing?
That's a fact.
Working out. People aren't clouding my workout, my DMs. Chicks are like, oh, of course I got a wife.
Yeah, but the chicks come. That's what they do. But
I do.
What is your business model? What is your integrity? You as a personal trainer, you as a person of authority in the fitness field, you are the leader of the interaction. So yeah, you might have chicks or women that DM you or whatever, but you keep it professional, and then you focus on the guys that actually want to be helped.
Yeah, that's the thing. If it's a woman that wants to help, go help her out. I'm all for it. But when you start doing I don't know, I get people doing stuff to target specifically the girls. I'm like, come on, man. We
and it's obvious. We all know, we all see you.
I see
dudes.
There's one guy that I think really does a good job at collaborating with women. He does a really good job of collaborating.
Okay.
If you're collaborating, I get that. That's cool.
I think it's corny, but do your thing.
Yeah, but you want to collaborate with women?
No, not collab with women, but I'm saying
only train women?
Yeah, only train women because personal trainers already, and this is why I stopped in-person personal training, because the reputation that personal trainers have, that they have sex with a lot of their clients.
Yeah. You're messing with your clients. Messing with the clients. And it's all right.
A lot of these women be married too. And they are very cooperative in that sense. But again, you as a personal trainer are the leader of that interaction.
It'd be crazy to be my wife, I don't know. My wife ain't getting no personal trainer.
Point blank, period.
And I'm playing this. Let me play this. Not because if she wanted a personal trainer, she could. But
okay, respect.
She's not she's not gonna go out and be she's first of all, she's not gonna go, oh, I need somebody to train me. If she wants to train, we can train together. You know what I'm saying? That's the respect she'll have. Hey, look, something to work on this. I'll train. And if I didn't train, I think that she'll get someone that a female she can train with, do things with, especially that we've been married for 10 years.
Yeah.
So she's gonna go out. Yeah. She's gonna go out and she's done group training with the guy. You know what I'm saying? And there's a couple people that I trust. I would trust it. Hey, look, or just be comfortable. I know what they're doing.
There's a lot of personal trainers I know though, Seth, and a lot of them, they are messing with a lot of their clients. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So I'm speaking generally, but of course there are great women that take it very seriously. They are serious about a means to an end. But again, the trainers are the ones that set the temperature, set the tone
Facts,
for the relationship, and a lot of them
They don't
take
do that.
advantage of that because personal training, you're literally a therapist.
I just don't
you're
get.
a therapist.
I just don't get how you pay someone and mess with them and still train. Like I'd be like, because that's how you start messing up your money.
Yeah, you would think they care about that.
Because you start saying like you start messing with somebody and then you're training and then like it's like all right, so like somebody you start training somebody else and they start getting a little iffy.
Gets out, yeah.
Or you just get iffy like, hey, who you train? So I'm a trainer, and then now the girl mess with the trainer, or the guy messes with the trainer, and she trains somebody else. He's training somebody else. They're probably thinking the same thing. So now you start, all right, well I'll go with somebody else, and you mess up your cash flow.
Yeah, nah.
It ain't worth the bag,
it's
bro.
Not worth it. It's
not worth the bag. It's not worth the bag to mess around. Yeah, I always look at that. I look at a lot of personal trainers and look at their clientele. Bodybuilding, most of the males are going to train males because it's like a bunch of young guys want to train. But like I see it, like I'm just like it don't make no sense to me, dog. Yeah, man. What else? I think we had one more topic we want to talk about.
All right.
That's some good ones here. We talked about this before. Fitness as a personal responsibility. Like, I do think fitness, whether it's bodybuilding, whatever, we should take it serious.
Absolutely.
Like a lot of people don't take it serious. And I seen your post on this as well too. I always have skepticism when I see someone say to do something and they don't look the part.
Yeah, that is a real big one.
Like you got a personal trainer and they're training you, but and I
try to give empathy. Because you don't know where the person started. You don't know if the person started off obese and they just got down to dad bod. You know what I mean? And that and there are clients for people that are obese and got back. They appreciate a client, a personal trainer like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so, there's knowledge you can definitely have. There's knowledge you can definitely have. And they can have in the area. I always think like, okay, if this person is telling me to do something, they're training me, and they say, hey, look, do this or like do this, and I also think like, okay, at what point did they breach their own training to get like this? If they're like out of shape, like physically out of shape. Like I'm not going to a dentist with bad teeth.
Yeah, not at all. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
true.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
you have to look the part.
Because at some point, they breached, and that may come out in their work that they've been dealing with my teeth. So like not that I only take advice from like people who are in shape, but like I do a lot of research. Like, hey, like if Misha's doing something, or I have like my homeboy Quinn, or someone's doing something like, hey, and my brother's saying something about running. I'm like, okay, like that makes sense. Like I'll try to listen to advice to everybody. At the same time, like if a consistent training, like I think that's something to look into. Look at the habits of your personal trainer.
As much as I try to be mature and say like, hey, knowledge is most important whenever it comes to having a good personal trainer, because you can look the part and have no knowledge, but we are humans, okay? Yeah. And you have to. There's something to say about like living what it is that you're talking about.
Yeah,
there is, and there's also something to being around somebody that you aspire to like look to, like at least be around, and I brought that up. I bring that up because all in all, you have to just be active. You can't lean on a personal trainer or a doctor or dentist, well, mainly personal trainer or doctor, to like be able to guide you to where you need to be for your body, because they might be wrong. You know what I mean? You have to be active in what's best for you. For real, you have to be active because they might be wrong.
Yeah, with doctors, I say definitely do your research, because I tell a scenario all the time. I've torn my ACL twice, and they prescribed me oxycodone. And the first time I took it, but I wasn't because for the pain. The second time I iced. It was more painful, but it was better for my body to ice than it was to take the oxycodone. Okay. I went and I hyperextended my knee one time out playing football. It's a couple of years ago, and the doctor was like, "Hey, you can take these pills, and for the next 2 weeks, you recover well, or you can just ice and do rehab, and in about 4 or 6 weeks you recover. It was better for me to ice and heal, because I just asked my doctor. Like, you got to ask your doctor, because sometimes they'll push stuff you don't need. They'll push the pills, and you gotta be like, hey, look, well, I asked him. I said, hey, look, and Kevin Samita, he's did my ACL surgery. I got all my knee problems. I said, look, if I don't take these pills, how long will it take me to cover? He said, well, it'll take longer, about 4 or 6 months. I said, do I need to take these? He was like, no. Some doctors would be like, yes.
Yeah, because they get a payout.
They get payout for it. So you gotta do your own research and then say, hey, look, okay, I'll take the prescription. If I need to take it, I'll take it. If not, because sometimes.
That's a good example.
But also to understand, like, these doctors have done the research, have done the case studies, and there's science-based stuff. Like, I'm not gonna go to my doctor and say, like, if I go to my doctor and say, hey, look, okay, like, you need to stop eating processed food. Like, you need to stop eating processed food. Well, I'm not gonna second guess what he says is true or not. I will go and he done the research. They done the research. They look things up. So I do trust them because they're doctors. They've done the school for this. At the same time, there's a lot of information out there to help guys, and you got to have discernment and maturity with the information that you research, as well as the doctor gives you. They done the research, great. Validate their truth. If you do your own research, have discernment to make the right decisions.
And you have to be active in your journey, because you have to go through trial and error. You have to go through trial and error. You have to use your body as a case study.
Not everyone's body responds the same.
It's a fact.
So where you at with your journey with social media and everything? See you growing. To close out, like, where are you headed with everything?
Nah, I'm just staying consistent. Just stacking the bricks. Consistently doing what I've been doing. And
any collaborations, sponsors, anything like that?
No, I have. I have a sponsor with a treadmill company called Deer Run.
Oh, for real? What kind of treadmill do they got?
It's a walking treadmill. Dang. It's a walking treadmill. But I
get those
a lot,
man. Yeah, that'd be dope with the treadmill, because you run all the time.
Exactly. I get, but I want to make sure that whoever I collab with aligns with what it is I want to do. But again, I'm growing. This is my journey, so we're gonna keep going. Check me out on, like, all platforms.
TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. It's all Nigerian Specimen, Amechi. So it is what it is, man.
Cool. Hey, look, we're gonna get some more content out.
Yeah, man, we got really.
I know. So it was me that was slacking.
It's all his fault, man.
It was all my fault. Meech hit me up. I didn't. I hate to say I was busy, man. Well, I was just
life, bro.
To be honest, it was just
dad,
work.
Bro.
But it was just work, man. Like, spend more time at work. But other than that, man, like, I feel like I'm in a good spot. I had some projects around the house too. I had some things around the house. So the new gym set up. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, man, it's coming together nice, bro.
We'll see, man. I got this. I got to sell this rower.
I see it. Yeah.
I got for free off Marketplace. So
why not?
All right, y'all. Hey, check us out. This is Check Me once again. I got Amechi Meech on Nigerian Specimen. Follow him on all socials, and say we'll catch y'all later.
All right.